Happy Saturday. Stephanie Vandenbush here from Exeter Massage Therapy. I am so excited about this month. I'm celebrating 18 years as a registered massage therapist. As many of you know, my core belief, as well as the clinic that I've created, is preventative health and maintenance. And I have been working with an amazing mentor with tons of experience who has exposed me to some pretty amazing technology. I had the opportunity to finally get mine in the mail, and I brought it with me to the gym, and I absolutely love it and will not be without it. I'll just show you a couple of the things. So it is called a Sp1ke Mat. And Margaret has been working with the technology for quite a few years now. So I'm going to leave it to her to explain the technology as well as all the uses that it has. Thanks for joining us, Margaret.
Oh my gosh, Stephanie, you know what, before we talk about the Sp1ke Mat, like 18 years in practice, bravo. I'm so excited for you and your team at Exeter, you know, with your leadership stuff. I'm so honored to be your mentor and to watch you just deliver the passion. This is an example of that. You're educating on a Saturday because you care about the people that walk through the doors at Exeter Massage Therapy, and you want to help them get into the driver's seat of their house. So I'm just honored to be here with you. So congratulations on 18 years. I think it's phenomenal. So the Sp1ke technology. So you were holding the Sp1ke cushion, which you sit on. If you want to hold it up, stuff again so everybody can see. This is amazing to put on your chair, in your desk. How many times are we sitting in front of a computer now? Or in your car. I'm holding a smaller version of the mat. You've got one that you took to the gym in a gray color. Let's talk a little bit about what is the technology. So this is really kind of cool, and I love the story behind it. I was introduced to this product, oh gosh, 7 or 8 years ago by the inventor, who happens to be Canadian, which I love. And it's a simple yet really powerful technology that has so many diverse benefits for different ages and stages of life, which I think, Steph, that's why you and I love it so much, because it can apply to all ages, whether it be babies or seniors and everything in between. You'll notice that there's hundreds of these nubs that move in 360 degrees, and what that does is help to diffuse pressure over a larger surface area to take pressure off the immediate place that you're standing, sitting, or lying on. Why does that matter? Well, if we think about this, for example, if you're sitting on Sp1ke, that cushion, it diffuses pressure over a larger surface area, perhaps takes the pressure off the sciatic nerve. How many people do you treat with sciatica or pseudosciatica? Or maybe they've got back pain because they've got degenerative disc or arthritis in the spine. It acts as a shock absorber. It increases circulatory response. In fact, they did Doppler testing to look at circulatory response. And in less than 5 minutes, when somebody is standing, sitting, or lying on Sp1ke, there's an increase of blood flow to the brain. You and I are science geeks, and I love to see the science behind things. But what really sold the product for me is that for years, clinically, I have seen the benefits time and time again. So let's talk about some of those. You'll also notice there's a bit of a network on the back. And there's also these suction cups, which is incredible because this mat could be put in the shower, for example, or the bathtub to help prevent falls with seniors. All of those spikes send more input on the bottom of the feet to the brain, so it increases proprioception. Proprioception is critical in, for example, rehabbing somebody that's had a stroke. It's incredible for preventing flathead when babies are lying on it. There's been a 300% increase in plagiocephaly or flathead in babies since the Back to Sleep program. This is an amazing play mat for babies. It prevents flathead. It gives them a massage. Speaking of which, I have these on my massage table. So not only are we massaging our clients, but Sp1ke is massaging them underneath. I stand on this in front of in my kitchen when I'm cooking. I love to cook, and it's a shock absorber. It's incredible for increased circulation in the feet, things like diabetic feet. Oh my gosh, sitting on Sp1ke or lying on Sp1ke if you're a senior, prevention of bed sores in long-term care. If you're sitting in a wheelchair and pressure sores, I can go on and on and on. Mechanics use this. Steph, I've got a mechanic that I've sold I think 15 or 18 he's got them all over his shop because it works so well to help reduce pain, increase circulation, and it's accessible, and he absolutely loves it.
Thank you so much, Margaret. I am absolutely in love with the technology. And like I said, like at the gym, I was finding, you know, when I would go down on my knees or if I was planking, I would notice discomfort in my hands. And the flow of the movement was actually so much easier because I wasn't, you know, with a reverse lunge, I wasn't tightening up in through my quads, anticipating my knee touching the ground. So things like that, and then the muscle soreness after is much less, as well as, you know, I'm able to work on stability when I'm actually doing the exercise on the mat. So I just wanted to thank you so much for taking the time today to talk about this amazing product with me. I am going to be putting an order in on Monday. So if anyone's interested, if you could get back to me as soon as you can, that would be awesome. There's lots of ways to contact me. You can call the office at 519-235-1001. We also have email, exeter.rmt@gmail.com, as well as you can send me a message in the comments.
And you know, Steph, I think it's really important to let everybody know that one of the reasons, not only the benefits that I'm blown away by and I've seen clinically for years, but why I love it, it's so accessible. And what do I mean by that? It's not expensive. So let's talk about, because I think people should know the price point is so reasonable. And so many of my patients have had this covered through their extended health programs. So whether it's in your health spending account or whether that's in medical devices, or even if it's just a write-off at the end of the year on your taxes, we always want to find ways to make things accessible so that you reach beyond your treatment room walls and change, you know, the impact of health and well-being of the people you treat. So the cushion, the seat cushion is just $54.95 plus tax. The smaller mat is $59.95 plus tax. And then you've got the larger mat.
Yeah, I got a much larger mat here. It's
yeah, and that one's $69.95. And in fact, that bigger one, Steph, what I've done, I've got a local guy that Velcros them together for me. So it can be used like a yoga mat, or I just had somebody purchase it and I had it Velcroed together so it goes along their entire length of their side of the bed. For shoulder pain, for after hip surgeries. They sleep on Spike after, you know, with a sheet over it. It's a game changer in pregnancy. I had a pregnant woman in my office last week. She's like, Marg, why didn't my doctor tell me about this? Because she's always sleeping on her side, her shoulder was hurting, her hip was hurting. One night on Spike, she got a good night's sleep. So it's incredible. The other thing we should mention, it's a closed cell formulation. And why does that matter? Because especially now as we continue to walk through a pandemic, it means that we can use these in long-term care or in clinics because we can wash them with soap and water, which is, and therefore the bacteria is not going to get into because they're closed cell formulation. So it's been approved, and I've had them inside hospitals and long-term care or when women are delivering, and they're easy to clean, which is really important. So I think that's critical as well.
Well, thank you so much, Margaret, for all this really helpful information. I'm excited to continue to learn more and apply it in pretty much every part of my daily life. So thank you so much, Margaret. Have a nice rest of your Saturday.
Happy Saturday, everybody.